Candace and Phil.
I'm Phil.
And this is our bus, Max Leisure. We've been on the road for almost 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
About 6 weeks. And we've traveled down from Toronto, Canada, down now to Orlando, and we're continuing to the Keys and then just west.
One thing about bus life that we found out really early is that hooks are as good as gold. So we started putting them basically everywhere. So we got my guitar over here, a couple over here for headlamps and things like that, laptop bag, and this is just sort of our small bag for if we need to pack up and go somewhere and we need to bring a few things along with us. So that's been really good. And then these hooks are for our blackout curtain when we need a bit of privacy, and we just take this fabric, clip it on, and we're good. We've got some overhead shelving up at the front because as soon as we hit the road we realized we had way too much stuff and nowhere to put it, so we put that in kind of in a crunch to get rid of some of the clutter. And here is our shower, which we just finished and we're very excited about. We got the instant hot water heater, got soap dispenser, all the other things we need. This was just done with vinyl tiles and we grouted them. The hot water heater is on demand. It turns hot essentially immediately, and there's no pilot light, there's just a battery that sparks it. It's been working super great so far. We have a 30-gallon water tank in the back, and this at maximum does about 5 liters per minute. So we've turned it down quite a bit, but we still get a lot of pressure, and we can shower in a minute and a half usually or less. And so we can shower every day, and our water supply still lasts us about 5 days.
Our bathroom wasn't finished for the first 2 or 3 weeks that we were on the road. And I'll be honest, I hate camping. It's not my thing. So when we were camping and we didn't have a bathroom, and I think I took it pretty well though.
Yeah, all said and done, you did great. For me, it wasn't much of a transition at all. I mean, I've lived in tents a lot, so moving into a bus for me was no big deal whatsoever, really. And I was just ecstatic to get out of the city and out of the traffic and all that. So yeah, for me, I've just been loving it. So over here we have a live edge walnut table, a pull-out bed for if we have guests who want to join us on the road, and also there's storage all the way around. Mostly under there we just keep the stuff we don't need to access quickly, medical supplies and extra sheets, things like that. The cushions Candace made out of not memory foam but really good quality foam that we got. All of it was made custom for us, and then she made the coverings for them. When you make your own cushions and you have a dog, it's a great idea to go with this thick microfiber. It has stood up to his paws, the mud, everything. We've spilled just about everything you can name on it, and usually just a quick wipe with a wet cloth and you're good to go. We spend not that much time here, but when it's raining, we like to be able to sit down and play video games or watch movies and stuff like that. I mean, we've only had a couple of days like that so far in 6 weeks, but for the most part, we like to be outside as much as possible. So it's comfortable and it's been working out really well for us. But yeah, we try to be outside as much as we can. This thing was crucial for the Bose speaker, and we keep our chalk for our chalkboard here. And just pens, pencils, things we need quick access to when we're hanging out here. The lights are just strip lights that we got from Amazon. They're super efficient. I think they run at about 7 watts and they give us plenty of light. So, and the best feature, of course, is that they do the party lights and all the different colors you can imagine, and we like playing with those a lot. So all we did was peel and stick. It's kind of holding on, except it doesn't handle the corners so well. So it basically runs all the way from here, and there's an outlet back there with a couple of USB chargers and things like that on it. Anyway, it runs all the way across, up and over by the shower, and then I tucked it in under the overhead storage in the kitchen to give us sort of like a under cabinet lighting.
When we lived in Ontario, Phil had his own business as a carpenter, and I was working for like a global consulting firm in technology consulting. And we just wanted to escape the drudge of 9 to 5 and the disgustingness that is a Canadian winter. So we got this piece of countertop that was stained with this like dark walnut color for like $100 at Home Depot. And then we basically just custom cut it to be what we wanted. So this piece comes right off, and then we can cook. We've got 3 gas burners. This stove is awesome. It's the Suburban model, and you've got an oven. My favorite thing is this beautiful sink that we have here, which this thing pulls down, and you have a sprayer function back here and built-in soap dispenser. We hide our sink with this really high-tech solution, and it's just like an undermount stainless steel bar sink. So it's kind of small, but it gets the job done. We have this storage down here for our pots and pans, which actually worked out way better than we expected. We're able to fit a whole lot down there, and it actually goes over the wheel well. So Phil had to kind of MacGyver like a 2-step drawer system, and then we built this little side cart in for pizza cutters, spatulas, whatever. Here we have the same live edge walnut piece as the table, just to kind of make the shelving look cute. These are kind of lifesavers. So this is just the regular crap that you get for putting inside cupboards, if you choose to do that at home. And so we cut it up into little bits and pieces, and we put it between all of the plates and bowls that we have that are glass. And so they literally do not move when we drive at all, and they don't break. Inside the closet, there are these little cubbies that Phil built in for me. I created these material baskets. So I made these with fusible interfacing and whatever material I wanted. I sewed them all together. And we have our solar monitor in here too, so we can check how much power we're getting and whatnot. This area also acts as like our entertainment center with our super big television. So this guy's 19 inches. We probably could go to like 23, but we haven't yet, because this is kind of fine for us. We have our laptops that we hook up to watch movies and stuff, and then we have a Wii U under the desk, under the seat here, that we'll sometimes bring out so that we can play some games, Mario Kart and whatnot.
We were looking into this for, I think, 4 months, doing all kinds of research and really nailing down what we wanted to do. And yeah, don't jump the gun on your floor plan. What we did was we actually had it in our living room of our house. We took painter's tape and marked everything out to get a sense of what kind of space you're dealing with. Because every inch counts, and you don't want to, you know, have one thing out of whack that you're regretting for the rest of your travels.
Yeah.
There's certain things you can't go back and change, so.
Yeah, but I would definitely caution people to think really long and hard about the big bus decision versus a shorty. Like, there is a lot less living space, but I think we've maximized it pretty well in here. But, and we can park everywhere. The big ones, it's tough to park places, I think. The bedroom's actually really interesting. There's a lot of cool features. So we have these straps, you can pull them up and you can sit up in bed. Cubbies over our feet, so you can have your clothing and whatever in here. And then we have this little tablet guy, so that if we wanted to watch movies in bed and not look at that TV, we have this option as well. These curtains are different from the ones in the main part of the bus. They're darker, obviously, because you want to be able to sleep in, so they don't let in as much light. They're also insulated, so I got these years ago when I had an apartment, and I just cut them and hemmed them to fit the windows we had in the bus, but they keep it a little bit cooler in the bedroom area, so that's kind of nice. Part of what we'll do is I'm going to try to start some kind of business remotely while we're doing this. And Phil's going to try to get some work.
Get some carpentry going.
Yeah. I have a year leave of absence from my work, and I don't have to go back after. So if we like it and we find ways to continue to fund it, then we'll keep going.
So here we got some stencils and painted seashells because we're going to stick to the coast, and we mostly came down here for the beach life and all of that, so we thought it would be a good decorative element.
So we had to hammer white paint on it really quickly because in Ontario it's illegal to drive around a school bus that's yellow and still looks like a school bus. This is our bike rack because our back door opens out. It's sort of annoying to put a bike rack back there, so we did a front mount.
In the Canadian winter, you have no chance of starting this thing without having it plugged in. Not so much a problem down here though. So on the roof we've got 800 watts of Renogy solar panels, the 100 watt ones. They're working super well. I couldn't be happier with them. So yeah, I wired them in series pairs and then down to the battery so we get 24 volts through the charge controller. So this is the garage space. This is where most of the utilities are. So we've got a propane tank mounted back there, water pump, 30-gallon fresh water tank. The gray water tank is mounted underneath the bus on the other side by the shower. And up in the front right corner, I've got my solar charge controller, which is an 80 amp EP Ever. I've got 300 amp hours of lithium ion batteries that are from Orient Power. And I've got, what is it? I can't remember the name of the company now, but it's a 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter, which is enough to run everything we have and more. I've run power tools and all kinds of things off of it, and we've never ran short on power yet. So we're really excited about that. Other than that, this is mostly hobby stuff, yoga mats, my tools for building shelves and trinkets, got the barbecue, and our archery equipment, which we love. That's something new for us, but it's been a lot of fun playing around with that.
To find us, we are on Instagram, max.leisure, and we do have a Facebook page as well called Max Leisure, and we have a YouTube, but we haven't posted any videos yet. But it's also Max Leisure. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to have a tour and, stay in touch.
Yeah, keep
Connect
an eye
with
out
us
for
online.
Max Leisure.